as many people, as you already mentioned, and many people know, the Supreme Court decided to not even hear the case, that the Attorney General in Texas was leading, that something like 20 or 22 other states had joined in on. And to me, Eric, that's a major disappointment, because there are all these words, okay, especially about Amy Coney Barrett, and people like that. Even words going back to when Trump was first elected of what he was going to do with the Supreme Court, and it was amazing, Eric. He was able to put 3 Supreme Court justices on there, and I don't want justices, that are just going to do everything to please Trump. Okay, if they're doing that, then they're not doing their job. Okay, then justice is being perverted. But this court, Eric, they won't even hear the case. I mean, one of the most important cases possibly to ever be presented to the Supreme Court in the history of our nation during such a time of divide, and where the people's mistrust in the government has never been higher, and they won't even hear it. And there were 2 justices, I think Thomas and Alito, who were dissenters, who said, no, we wanted to hear it. And it was just a real disappointment to me, Eric, because Amy Coney Barrett wasn't on the list. She
Or
wasn't a
Kavanaugh,
dissenter,
or
or Kavanaugh, or
what's
any of
his
the
name?
ones that Trump put in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, just want to bear witness with everybody. I'm sure many of you are just as frustrated, and you're feeling some of the same things. But I just want to say, and I'll throw it back to you, Eric, and get your response. It's still not over. Okay, no matter what. I mean, I thought personally that God was going to use the Supreme Court in this. Okay, I thought personally, I didn't have a word from the Lord about it. I just felt, man, God moves so powerfully. On the very eve of the election, like a month before the election, to remove Ruth Ginsburg and put Amy Coney Barrett in there. And I am personally shocked
Yeah.
that she's not even wanting to hear the case. What's your response?
Yeah, the same. Yeah, absolutely the same. I think that the swamp, they, maybe they're compromised. People don't want to hear that, and people, because we like these people, especially Amy Coney Barrett. She seems so righteous, and I'm sure she is righteous in many ways, but people can also be compromised, and that it's a powerful spirit that controls that city. Really, it's a very powerful spirit that controls Washington D.C. And so I'm just, when I heard that, I guess last night, I guess you texted me and said that last night, and then as I was praying on it this morning, I'm just felt grieved. I felt, and I don't know any other way to say it, just grieved. What's going to happen? Not hopeless at all, but I still pray, I still pray that maybe Trump can declare martial law and have another election. People are saying, well, the media and even many Republicans, of course, are so compromised. 90%, more than 90% of Republicans are just as compromised as Democrats. I think that should, if there's any political lesson that needs to be learned from this election, it's that these people are not good people. They might quote Bible verses, they might say the right thing, but they are compromised. Mm-hmm. But anyway, what was I going to say? People want to make you think that declaring martial law and having another election is some crazy idea. Like, it's just so outside the bounds of reasonable of the conversation that we can't even think about that. But I think that is a wise, in many ways, a wise idea, and that we shouldn't just draw back from that. We shouldn't say, well, that's just too crazy, but these are desperate times. I still don't think that most Americans, even most Trump supporters, I think a portion of them do, but I don't think most Trump supporters, and certainly not most Americans, have any idea of how dangerous it is right now, just how south things can go in a short amount of time for America.
Hey, Stephen Powell here with Line of Light Ministries. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I want to ask you to consider today sowing a tax-deductible gift into our ministry. We can't continue to do what we're doing without your generous
and faithful support. We're here to serve you, and we're here to serve the Lord, and we want to see the prophetic voice amplified in the earth through stewarding the prophetic and also through teaching out of God's word. So if you identify with our mission, if you've been blessed and engaged with what we're doing, then consider helping us continue to take that step and further the gospel, further God's word, and amplify that prophetic voice in the earth through this ministry. Just go ahead and click one of the links in the description of this video, and you can give securely right now to help us in what we're doing. God bless.